on the same terms and conditions. So the existing contractor was not able to perform because he did not have the required liquidity. There was another party who said he has got the money, the required cash flows to finance the project. So we gave the guarantee as an Hindustan Petroleum that we will, guarantee of your payments and all, which normally no process can do it. And we did it finally, and we eventually succeeded in doing it. And that was one of the things which I have done, this thing, to succeed in the construction business. So basically otherwise in a public sector, you need to follow a process of removing the existing contractor, bringing the new party and all. So I was very much, I was very quick and agile in my decision-making process. And, there was sometimes a suffocation working with public sector if you're not allowed to, even though they gave me the best of the freedom which they could in the entire this thing, but still there was, I wanted more freedom, or how, I can run my site, or how can I can run my business independently. And so then, when I came to Delhi, as I told you, then I decided to quit. But eventually, as advised, I worked for an MNC, and then I started this company.
Now, when you started this company, what did you have, and how did you decide to start with FMS?
FMS was one business which I was studying for a long time, and this business did not require a lot of capital. I wanted to do something with engineering, but since I did not have capital, I could have started as a turnkey contracting in the civil business or a construction business, but for that huge capital is required. Here the working capital is only 1 month of salary. That is how I choose this business, and I saw, since it is a very unorganized sector, there's a huge potential of growing this business. That is how I chose. And again, I started selling the technical side of the business, not the normal management or administrative side of business.
Okay. So when did you actually start your FMS business, and how big was it when you started? Or how small was it when you started?
We started with, first contract, 25,000 rupees per month. Then, because I think first year we did around 29 lakh rupees of business in the very first year, which is around 2.5 lakh rupees per month. So it was not huge in the very first year. But second year we got some contracts from Hutch, Fidelity, and other multinational companies, which were giving us a revenue of around 7 to 8 lakh rupees per month. And then, second year we did around 1.75 crore of revenue, so which is around 15 lakh rupees per month. So that is how it started going. So in the first year it was 2.5 lakh rupees. The next year it was 15 lakh rupees per month.
Okay, great. Now, what kind of an office setup, what kind of employee strength, all that did you start with?
We had we started with one of the FMS company in their office. We were sharing the rent, and then it did not work well, so we went into a small flat of 1,000 square feet, 2-bedroom flat. There we worked for almost 3 to 4 months, and then we took a space at one of the office. That was a 500 square feet place. So it took us almost 2 years to move to our office.
Okay. Just a second. Okay. Now, in your career as an entrepreneur, tell us a little bit about some of the high points, some of the milestones in your career.
See, I would say the first milestone was, getting a contract from the Jodhpur distribution company, wherein there were 3 companies, ABB, L&T, and we were the third one. because that time the distribution business was just evolving and there were not players who can come and bid. We got jobs worth 27 crore. At that point of time, our turnover was 6 crores. So that was a big point. And in that year, we did, as I told you, 80% of the job in the financial year itself. Our turnover jumped from 6 to 35 crores. Now my turnover jumped from 6 to 35 crores, and then I am able to see that there's a lot of opportunity lying in the market, and I need capital to grow this business. And I also knew if I go to a private equity fund, it will be very difficult for me to get the funding, even though my story is good, because they have their own processes, systems, and they would not like to, put equity in a small company having only 35 crore turnover or only 1 year of success. So I was really looking for the right individual whom I can meet, I can share my story, and I can sell my my thought process. And I used to get fascinated by Rakesh Jhunjhunwala, who used to come on TV very often, who was bullish on India, who was who was only speaking about the glory days of India, which will India will eventually become Sone ki Chidiya again. And I was very impressed by his thought process. So I wrote an email to him because I did not have his address or email. I searched from Google and I found some email IDs. So I wrote an email to him that I am Amit Mittal and I am working for this, I am running this company. I want some investment. And that email went to some wrong Rakesh Jhunjhunwala. And that Rakesh Jhunjhunwala replied me back, no, I am not the same Rakesh Jhunjhunwala you're looking for. Then I decided, okay, I don't have the email ID, then I have to find something else. I got his office address at one of the, SEBI, this thing wherein he must have filed for some applications or this. For there, I just, I sent the courier. I took the printout and sent the courier to him. And I was going to Kuwait for some business visit. And after 2 days, when I came back from Kuwait, around 8:30, I got a call from Rakesh Jhunjhunwala directly that this is Rakesh Jhunjhunwala. I received your letter. Why don't you come and meet me? So, then I went to Rakesh Jhunjhunwala's office on 13th of June 2006. And we sat for 2 hours and he told me that I am not going to let you go before you sign the term sheet. We signed the term sheet. And that was the turning point for the growth of A2Z, because that is when the capital was needed the most. And I must also thank the other Rakesh Jhunjhunwala who wrote me back that I am not the same person. If he would have not wrote me back, then I would have not searched him again, because I thought that he must have, the email must have gone to the right Rakesh Jhunjhunwala and he has preferred to ignore it.
Very good. So after that, what happened? You got the capital, then what?
Yeah. So he is very quick in making investment. And once he made the decision, because it is, individual, he listens to everybody, then eventually he makes the decision. And he has made the decision, and then, the due diligence took place, and then he made the investment in first week of August. And then that year, we got 20 crore rupees from him as an equity, and we were able to grow that business from 35 crores to almost 183 crores in that year itself, in 6-7. And then, this business of distribution business requires a lot of working capital. So either we sacrifice the growth or we take take equity from the market. And then again 6-7, we took equity from Beacon India. That investment was 75 crores in the month of August 2007. That is 1 year down the line. And by that time, we were only having 2 lines of business. One was facilities management and the distribution business. And we have just started the transmission line of business for construction of substations. And then 2 years down the line, we were one of the biggest companies.